Hey everybody, welcome back to another video where I'm just gonna briefly showcase some of the upcoming changes that you're gonna be able to see in WARNO soon. First and foremost, that was a new splash screen. Ooh, looks fancy. Looks kinda cool, but anyway. And the other big thing is I don't know when this is coming for you, and most importantly, I don't know if this is coming together with the East German and West German divisions once it's gonna be out in the public. Because as of now, one thing ahead, we don't have access to the West German or East German divisions in this upcoming, or in this test version, which is also crashing a good bit by the looks of it, so that's why it's not public yet, in case you were wondering. Now, onto the actual meat of this. What is this about? What are you going to be able to see soon? Well, first of all, unit cards. Let's take a look at the Abrams. I think this showcases it best. First of all, AP and HE are together at the top now, and suppressions, so that's nice. Before AP was here and HE at the bottom, and I found it kind of annoying. But that's just a small thing. But the interesting thing is this part here. A lot more detailed rate of fire stats. Before, all you had was rate of fire. You didn't have aim time, you didn't have reload time, and you didn't have salvo length. Now, there's still one thing missing, and that is shot reload, if you want to call it that, which is the reload time within a salvo, of the shots within a salvo, right? If you look at the MG here, it has salvo length of 5, right? It shoots 5 salvos, 5 shots rather, before it has to reload for 2 seconds. But it doesn't show us what the reload time is of these 5 shots. That's still missing. I hope they're gonna add that. And they also said that they might add just simply a toggle that you have to, a button, a key that you have to press to see those stats, because it might feel a bit overwhelming. And I feel like it's also a bit like, so it looks better, but could still be improved, right? The 17 is so huge, but the bars are the same size, so hopefully it's gonna be a bit improved. Another new thing is reveal influence. Now, that is, I can't exactly tell you how it works, but I'm gonna give you the explanation that we got. It indicates which units can reveal the influence of commanders in the commandment zones. I very much presume that essentially means that if you have this unit in a zone, which is so far only a sum of the CVs, and you have the zone capped, and the opponent moves the CV in, I believe you have to have a unit with reveal influence in the zone to see where that CV is getting moved. You know how sometimes when your opponent countercaps, you can see the zone of influence being moved and shifted a bit as like a pseudo frontline? I assume that's what this is, and this stat was already in the game, but just not on the unit card. But that's just my assumption. If you look at, for example, the BTR 60PK, this has it. These CVs don't have it. Abrams CV doesn't have it, but the MUD has it, the M577 has it, so yeah. That is one thing. The other small thing is, if you can see here, M240 times 2. Now this is not just a cosmetic thing. This I'm pretty sure actually means that you have 2 weapons with this stat. Especially if you come from Wargame, that's quote unquote new, because for example the quad PKT on a BTRD was literally just 1 weapon with a very high rate of fire. Yeah. You can also see it on, for example, this, or even more so this. You see 6 big rocket pods, but only 64 rockets. Well, you actually have this 3 times. Instead of like 3 individual stats here, you just have it in 1. For better or for worse, I feel like this is... I think on units like this, I definitely prefer if it wasn't the case, because against some targets you might not want to blow all your load against one target. So just turning like 2 of them off, so you make sure that you only shoot as many as you need, might be better. Also, accuracy right now seems to be all over, all over the board. Look at this 99% accuracy. Infantry also 99 with the MG, and it's not even with the vet. So some stuff clearly is weird. It also seems like a rate of fire of and the damage output, etc. on the weapon seems to have been touched up. I'm pretty sure, or definitely hope, this is not final, because 99% MGs, I don't know what that's about. They actually fix, I haven't checked that yet. Oh, they fixed the VP, okay. This used to like melt planes with its gun. So that is new. The other thing that has been changed is the way heat works. Heat now works like it does in Wargame, which is not like kinetic. At the moment, kinetic works like this, and I'm pretty sure this is not gonna change. Assuming an armor value of 2 or higher, your AP value minus the enemy armor value divided by 2, and then plus 1 is the damage you deal. In short, you need an 18 AP difference to one-shot a target with 2 armor or more. Heat, and this is of course a linear damage, right? With each additional armor AP difference, right? If armor stays the same and you get 1 more AP, you deal 0.5 more damage, and so on and so on and so on. Heat doesn't have a linear function anymore. Heat works the same up until an armor and AP difference of 10. Take the Metis, for example, against armor of between 8 and 17, it works, or 8 and 18, I guess, it works the same way as kinetic does. But as soon as the armor and AP difference goes above 10, you deal 1 full point of additional damage for each additional AP. In short, you need 14 AP heat to one shot, 14 AP heat difference to one shot any target. Like in Wargame. I think this was very much needed. Definitely would still like to see small AP buffs, but better than it was before. Because at least now you can one-shot BMP3s with 19 AP. Though I still think stuff like 84s should one-shot BMP3s. Maybe that's just me. But at the very least, the Dragon 2 can now one-shot up to 2 armor. Because before, you needed literally 20 AP heat to one-shot 2 armor transports. And given that there's very, very few weapons, and they're all on Soviet side at the moment, with so much AP on infantry, it doesn't feel that great. Yeah, personally, I'd still like to see some MP buffs for some stuff. Law is fine, but like the Dragon 2, 84, I think definitely could get like 1 or 2 more AP. Nice, maybe the Kalgur stuff too. AM67 has HE now. There's just some more small changes, but I'm gonna focus on the bigger ones. So heat formula is a big one. The other one is ECM has finally been changed or fixed, depending on how you want to view it. Before, it worked like this. Let's just say your AA had an accuracy of 70%. That already includes veterancy. And the F-15C Eagle flies over. ECM simply subtracts, the accuracy, right? So you only have a 20% chance to it. Now it actually works multiplicative, i.e. 70% times 0.5 in this case means you shoot with 35% accuracy. Simple as that. And yeah, that's everything except for 2 new maps. Well, technically 1 new map. So there's 2 lakes now, which is a 2v2 map. Oh yeah, also time limit. 2v2 map. By the looks of it, seems to be decent for 1 versus 1 too. But it seems to be crashing a lot at the moment. So yeah, seems like a reasonable map. Very few zones. Really only 2 zones that you can fight over. Not a fan of that. Maybe there should be like 1 more zone here and there, so you can have a deeper push. I think just one, let's call them neutral zones, where both players from the get-go have a easy way of at least contesting it. Not a fan. Definitely, I think there should be something here. Probably like a zone here or there, something like that. I think too close to the spawn would make it too hard, but like just so for example, a player can focus on alpha, more let's ignore Charlie and try to like bum rush alpha or like really overwhelm alpha and then push onto the next zone. Let's say this is +3 and then these are +4 zones or something. I don't know. Or because ideally I think or another alternative would be like 1 big zone here and then like smaller ones there and there. But I think with the way the map is designed, not too great. Although I'm not a fan of both zones essentially being just town heavy. Ugh. Yeah. Like I get that you want to make a zone town heavy, but both of them, essentially both of the zones you fight for, just being towns. Not a fan. Like I definitely think town heavy or infantry heavy maps fine, but even on those maps there should be some way. I don't know, maybe like make this maybe move this a bit to the side like this, so that there's a bit more room to play with vehicles and countercapping and such. Anyway, this is a new map, and then there's this pseudo new map, which is an alteration of Death Row. Very much looks like it's meant to be for new players, less experienced players, or like just players who are very easily overwhelmed, which is essentially like the old Death Row, but You'll see it in a second. Once it, there we go. Yeah, cut down. Not really a fan of this weird green outlook, and this stays, right? Um, but yeah, and you can't move any units here. Helicopters? No. No offense, Eugene, but part of me wouldn't have been surprised if you also can't bomb outside. Yeah, there's some other small things, right? For example, as of now, I think the default way to, if you buy the stacks by default, I think they get automatically grouped together. Yeah, they're automatically grouped together like this. But why? Oh, hold on. Oh, I didn't realize that if you had them in a group. What was the small group? You know how you saw how in this group the transports and infantry squads were shown separately? That was weird. You can also turn it off, of course. I don't know where the exactly the options are. Some of the tactic options. Anyway, you'll find out soon enough. And yeah, there's again, like I said, there's some more small things, price changes, availability things might come. Some might not have been implemented yet. I've seen some stuff in the patch log that is definitely not in yet. They were mentioning how the Blackhawk would be cheaper, but that thing is still 75 points. So yeah. Looks good. Oh, but obviously I think everyone's craving for some new divisions. Me too. So hopefully we're gonna get our hands on them soon. In any case, hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think, and I'll hopefully see you next time. Bye bye.